I don't do introductions unless you want to introduce. You don't have to. I usually just talk, and eventually someone will say their name or whatever. I'm like, yo, man, and then.
Well, and also when you load it up, you say it's who is on it or whatever,
Right, yeah, like on the video, it's like, this is who it is. I don't have to like do some weird thing where it's like, hey everybody, look who we're talking with today, man. I don't know who this guy is, man. But
who's ready to podcast?
And it's like, oh, dude, this is so fucking fake and shit. So this is the real shit, man. I'm just the guy hitting record, though, man.
Yeah.
It's all the fuck it is, man.
Let it be organic.
Yeah, you don't need to fucking rush the shit. You don't need to like make it all weird. Because I've done ones where it's got weird, where I'm trying to fucking make it all, hey, But I don't talk that way, man. It sounds weird.
Sounds forced and
yeah.
Artificial.
Yeah, no one likes forced artificial stuff, man. I don't know. I've done podcasts where I try to make it, like I got on other people's ones where I try to like make myself sound cool. Not cool, but like, like I might be more entertaining, but then I can't do it the last few minutes and
right.
Fuck it. I'm back to just shooting the shit, man, like I do anyway, man. I have some podcasts where I play games and shit. It's like, I'll do it, but it's not ideally where I go.
Right. Yeah, well, and I was thinking, I was like, oh, should I, like, try different characters? And, I mean, just maybe eventually, like, down the line, I can try characters, but I was just like, because, like Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
He would go on this radio show every morning, and so he did it so he was forced to write new material every day, but he also did a different character each day just to like work on his own personal whatever. Anyways, and one of the characters was Larry the Cable Guy, and he was like this blue collar guy, and it just stuck, and that's kind of why it would be cool to try different characters, but
Yeah, if you want to try different characters, man. I'm not stopping you, man. If that's where you're going normally, dude.
Put in like a doorbell sound effect. You're like, oh, we got a visitor. Who's visiting us today?
A knock on the door.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that, man?
Oh, gotta see who's at the door. Yeah, that's silly. But
if that's what you do, man.
Yeah,
that's what you do, man. I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna say no if that's where you're going, man.
Right. Well, and that's like in all improv and sketch comedy, like shoot, I don't remember what it's called. Monty Python. I think it was Monty Python, or Kids in the Hall, or something. They were always like, yes and, meaning like when you bring a suggestion to the table,
yeah,
you're like, yes, and like you go with it, but...
Yeah, that's that improv rule, the yes and, keep everything flowing, add to something to the conversation rather than just...
That's a stupid idea!
Yeah, and then you
yeah.
Okay. And
like the sounds of the crickets,
is that someone at the door? That's what happens, man. You get shit like that, dude. It's like, okay, well, that's how stop conversation. Not the knock on the door, but not doing the yes and conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Saying yes and all the time. There's other ways to do it than saying yes and, but yes and kind of, I don't know, it's that ground
rule.
Ground rule, yeah.
When I first heard that, I thought that you were actually supposed to say yes and, not just in terms of like the exercise of yes and, where you go with it. I thought you actually were like, yes and and then like went with it. My buddy's like, no, you go with it. You don't say yes and, you just go with it. I'm like, oh, right.
I think it's funny the other way, man. It's more fun just to always say yes and.
Right.
Get everyone, at least thinking that way.
Yes, and
Uh,
you keep the ball rolling and continue with the idea.
Yeah, every time you say yes and, you just kind of... it doesn't really, it doesn't really keep the ball rolling. It says it does.
Right. And it almost triggers you to work within like the same parameters, but also like change it to some degree, So you're like, what's the deal with education? Yes, and
education.
why is college so expensive?
Because they want us. Yes, and...
Yeah, I like that.
That's how yes and works.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm a lot better at improv than remembering lines. But sometimes with improv, if it's not going, I don't like go out of my way to make improv work, which is kind of sounds like a dick thing, but I like doing improv stuff, but at the same time I don't want it to sound not organic, same sort of thing, because I don't mind stuff getting weird, but sometimes it's like, that sounds kind of stupid. I have to bring it to something else, and not the best fucking, most entertaining.
Well, some ideas are just crap.
Yeah.
And
that's when you just say, no.
No.
Fuck
no
yes
and never again.
Yeah, no and never again should totally be the other yes and. I like that, man. No and never again. Fuck your idea. Your idea sucks. Let's just kill that, and I'll talk about how shitty that idea is for a long time until you have time to think up a new idea that doesn't fucking suck so much. And then bring it back and run it by me again and see if I want to fucking go with it. Otherwise, fuck your ideas. I'll just keep talking about how much your ideas suck.
Yes.
That's what I bring to the table. Yeah.
A bunch of negativity all the time.
Yeah. That's what I like. If I can't be negative, I don't want to do it. I love being negative. It's really nice. I can always find something to fucking bitch about.
Like shit on.
Yeah, to shit on, man. I went on my buddy's podcast like a month ago, and I had this whole thing about dogs. I just fucking shit on dogs for a long time. I like dogs. I'm down with dogs, but then again, I don't like dogs. And I was a mailman.
Really, you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't like dogs, would you?
Yeah.
How'd you get that gig? I thought they only give that to like older people.
A guy knew me, so I had that going. A guy that was in the kind of uppers of the post office around here, and yeah, man, I'm glad I'm not doing it now. Fuck that job, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice if you get the right thing to do, but what I was doing wasn't good. I heard this one guy, man, he goes and he works somewhere down in Portland, I forgot where, I think over in Southeast, and he just goes in there, they have everything all ready for him, they just hand his mail and he goes out and walks the route. delivers mail to people's houses. And I'm like, that'd be fucking alright. But I got put in the office with all the, like...
The Koreans or whatever?
Oh, no, it wasn't all the Koreans. It was everybody. They figured everybody, since it's a union job, you know, government job, rather than have everybody who's had any problems all spread out throughout the whole city, or the whole district and shit, like through the Portland area, that they just put them all in one office and just have like one really shitty office. And that's the office I ended up at.
Oh gosh.
Because there was an opening there. And with everything you have to wait. Everything's all seniority. So it's, when you start out, like I was a rural carrier. And so like but I was a substitute. You start as a substitute. And you're guaranteed one Saturday every other week. And the other 5 days of the week you're on call. So you can't have another job. Because you might get called in if you don't. And if you don't go in, you fucking get fired. And, dude, yeah. And you go in there, and so you have to put up all the mail. You have to fucking sort out all the mail for the whole route every day. And then you have to put it all up, and then take it all down, and then take it out on your route. And, you know, it gets pretty shitty pretty quick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it for about almost 2 years. But then I ended up fucking up my wrists, or actually both my wrists and my hands. Just
all that chronic masturbation.
All the chronic masturbation, man, while I was working. You know, really put a strain on things, man. And, I don't know. And so like, my doctor said I couldn't fucking do that anymore. So it kind of worked out nice.
Yeah.
But, you know, it stopped me from doing a lot of other things, though, too. Like, because from the chronic masturbation at work, you know, it fucking, like playing music and shit, like...
You mean Guitar Hero?
Well, Guitar... Well, this was at the time of Guitar Hero, too. Which is pretty funny. Like, my friend and I, we were, like, video game promoters.
What?
We'd go to bars, and this was during the time of Guitar Hero. And, dude, man, that shit, it was cool, except for when you go into a bar and you have people who play Guitar Hero. It's like karaoke, but with Guitar Hero, you get people who are really, really into Guitar Hero, and, like, they want to play, you know, it's like the equivalent of someone playing, or wanting to sing, you know, Don't Stop Believing by Journey over and over, but it's like that with Guitar Hero, with, you know, certain songs, like, and dude, we just fucking got...
More than a feeling, like...
Oh yeah, dude, like...
I can get expert! Just let me do it one more time, I can get expert.
Yeah, and it's like you just hear the same shit, and it's like, dude, stop, 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 and so we bring other games and shit, everyone's still wanting to play Guitar Hero, and eventually at the end of it, once we both decided we're done with this, I don't know if it was, I think that was when I was working at the post office I was doing that, because I needed some extra income, so I could work at night. I couldn't work during the day. We ended up taking the guitar to a fans band, the Weapons match. We got to see them fucking smash guitar over someone's head. That was the end of that fucking shit, man.
That wasn't the one that we just had, was
No,
it?
this was like 2009, somewhere in there, maybe something like that. Yeah, because I think we did that, yeah, maybe like, I think we were doing that from like 2007 to 2009. That was kind of our job. So, but then, yeah, then I was more into like making beats after that.
Making beats?
Yeah, but
With what program?
a couple PlayStation 2s and a DJ mixer.
Like EJ's Club World?
Oh no, yeah, it was this game called Magic's Music Maker, and like they have the stuff on the computer as well, but it's like this program that was made like by Germans and British people together, and it's just like kind of like a looping program, and so like we'd both make these loops kind of things and just kind of switch back with the DJ mixer between us two.
Right.
And make shit. So, but like, I don't know, I would have liked to have been able to like, you know, spin records or like, because I mean we do stuff. It wasn't like, you know, we had iPods and we'd like be like switching little dials and shit. Well, that don't really do anything. Just doing it just, and, you know, bobbing the head and
just for like the aesthetic, like visual, like, oh, he's live mixing, but it's really just playing the iPod.
Yeah, one of those. But like we were actually like, we had our PlayStation controller, so it looked like, you know, we were, and we were actually like, you know, doing shit with it, but like, while we were doing it live, but it didn't translate very well live, which is kind of good. It was more like, I don't know, we liked making trippy music more than we liked making, you know, we didn't want to be like club bangers and shit, you know, like doing that whole thing. That wasn't really what we were about. And so like, we were about to do like our first like big show, and that morning that we were supposed to do it, the guy I was making tunes with just was like, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm fucking done. And like we didn't really talk after that. That was the end of it, dude. And so like I just had all this fucking music just sitting around. You know? I eventually put it to use. Like
good.
A little while later I had a YouTube show and I used to score it. And that was kind of fun. Somehow that worked out. And yeah, and then like, I don't know, because I play piano, can't really do that very much. I can play for like 5 minutes, and you know, same with I play mandolin a little bit, and I play it for like 5 minutes. And still, even now, like most stuff with my hands, I can't do more than like, if I can make it 15 minutes, I'm good. But mostly it's about 10 minutes, and my shit fucking like locks up.
Wow.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't know, most of that shit just out the window, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess like if you do get back into it to some degree, you could do like whether it's the PS2 music producing or like, you know, even if you get into like Reason or Ableton or FL Studios, where you just pre-program all the beats and then you could just be like a producer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I thought about that, man. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of gone away right now, man. Like, I just kind of got out of doing a lot of it. I made a whole bunch. Recently, my friend and I were talking about making a YouTube show, and so I made a whole bunch of music for that, and so that's just sort of sitting. I did that maybe 2 or 3 months ago, just in one day. Like, I made like 21 tracks in a day or something like that. That's kind of how I work usually. I don't do a lot of shit, but like when shit's there, it's fucking, everything's fucking coming out.
Strike when the iron's hot.
Yeah, that's how I'm with fucking everything. With writing, with fucking, you know, thinking up jokes, with anything like, and the rest of the time let's just fucking. There's nothing coming out. But like when shit's coming out, it's fucking there. And if I don't do anything with it, it's gone. So I have to at least record it somehow, and that's why podcasts are good. And that's why I'm glad I don't have like some sort of set schedule, because they're, you know, I can't really like be on all the time, like. But like whenever I feel like doing, I want to make a fucking podcast right now. You know, I'm down. Like I know when I can do it, and there's some, you know, sometimes I'll just go, you know, a few weeks without doing anything. I'll do like 4 or 5 in like a week or something, and that's just be able to put out one a week as long as I'm somewhere around there, you know.
Yeah.
Keep it fucking constant. But it's I don't know, man. Fuck. It's a trip, man. It's a fucking trip, man, how heads work.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. But, so I don't fucking do shit with my hands. I was a cook for a long time. Couldn't cook anymore. Because, like I was saying, with my hands, like, I can only do it for so long, and you have to be able to work fast if you're a cook.
Yeah. So now you just, like, cook, like, Totino's pizzas and banquet dinners in the microwave?
Oh, no, dude. If I cook, I'll take my time. I don't have to fucking do it fast. I can cook whatever I want. I'm a good cook. I just not a fast cook, man. Like, so I don't have to cook for other people anymore who are paying me money to cook, which is pretty alright, dude.
Right.
I'm glad I'm not doing that.
I waited tables for like 8 years, and I never, like, working in the kitchen was never appealing. Like, I don't know what it was. It's just, I think it might have just been because I've always resisted cooking. I've always just been like, oh, I can just go eat out if I'm hungry, and never was into preparing food. Like, I don't know, like, whenever I did, I put, like, way too much into it and stuff, and, like, oh, I gotta make this, like, I got, like, the Jack LaLanne Power Juicer for Christmas one year.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to make this perfect, rather than just getting, like, a bag of oranges and, like, some apples and a grapefruit or whatever and, like, carrots and just blending something. I went to the store and I got, like, one of each thing, like, I got, like, this watermelon and this pineapple and a star fruit and this and that and ginger and just, like, one of each thing, and then, like, juiced it all, and then that was, like, like, I put all this preparation. I don't know, it just was, yeah. But, I mean, I'm getting more into cooking now just because I'm, like, taking the fitness a little more seriously and, like, preparing my meals and, like, rather than going to Burger King and eating all that, like, the Angry Whopper, delicious Angry Whopper, like, like, last night I had tuna, and I, like, mayonnaise and a little bit of cheese and, like, melted it, so it was like a tuna melt, but then I also got it's like a salad, like a salad kit, where it's like spinach and kale, and it has a little pack of, like, dressing and cherries, dried cherries, and you just mix it, and I pour everything in the bag and shake it up and, like, have that and the tuna melt, and then, like, I get these Fiber One bars, and yeah, just try to make it more. It's like, if you plan it out, then you aren't scrambling and, like, sacrificing, like, the better choices. If you're like, this is what I'm eating for this meal, and, like, there's no other options, like, this is concretely, like, what I'm going to eat. Yeah. Then you're not like, oh, well, I kind of feel like an Angry Whopper and some French fries and a soda. Like,
yeah. No, I got you, man. I don't know. Last night, man, I fucking was just...
Did you gorge?
Yeah, well, there was fucking pizza. I was fucking eating pizza, man. Like, I just kept getting pizza, like, it was good fucking pizza from these guys. They have a bagel cart, and I want to say it's called Taste Buds. I'm gonna give them a shout out. But they made pizza last night, man, and the shit was pretty good, man. They made a whole bunch, and so.
And that was near work, or what?
Yeah, I was at my work. They came in. And,
where do you work at?
On Grimm.
On Grimm?
Yeah.
Like the movie or the show?
Yeah. So, like...
You work on it?
Yeah.
Like, you're a gaffer, or what?
No, security, man.
Yeah? How'd you get that gig?
Sucked a few penises. And
yeah?
4. So it's not a few. But, I did what I had to do. But, yeah, so, like, normally it's just, go in and get catering. Sometimes, if it's one of the good days. And there's craft services, so just sit and drink a lot of coffee, get some bananas and some apples and red licorice.
Ooh.
And pizza. That was kind of what I was rocking yesterday, man.
Good.
Yeah, and some almonds. And
Get those good fatties in there.
Yeah.
Healthy fats.
So yeah, it's just kind of whatever. And today's probably gonna be somewhere on the same thing. Hopefully they restock the fucking craft services truck so I can just keep hanging out there. Man. That's my spot right there, man. We can just get coffee and usually they have some. They usually make some little snacks or something, but sometimes I'm out like in random places where they're not doing anything. I'm just sitting there watching some equipment, like the day they're not shooting. So it's like then I have to bring my own food, and that's usually how it goes. But I don't know. Whenever they're filming, there's usually something going on. So I don't know. It works out. It's gonna be fucking. They're done here in like a week, or maybe tomorrow. Might be done tomorrow. I don't know yet. So they're done until sometime in July.
Yeah.
So we're putting us somewhere else. I don't know where I'm gonna be working here the next fucking 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna be. So figuring that out.
Yeah, hopefully you figure something out. I'm trying to get a job right now. Like, I don't have a job right now. I had an interview on Monday, and she said she'll let me know by this next Monday. Which, I mean, it was fine. It was like an on-call job, so I mean, the hours aren't like regular or whatever, but at least it would be like, it would be some hours, and I would still be able to get unemployment, until it runs out.
Right.
Like, if I don't get any job, then my unemployment will go till like September. But if I do get a job, then however much I do work, the rest of it is like equaled out with my unemployment. But I don't know. I'm gonna do my CNA 2 course this summer, and then that'll put me in the running that'll make me more eligible for these hospital jobs that I've been applying to. But I don't know, like, it's a weird. I mean, if push comes to shove, I can just get a job as a CNA in like an old folks home or something. But I really don't want to do that.
Have you done that before?
I did it for my clinicals. Like, you do like 7 weeks of class and then 4 weeks of clinical, and it was like 12 shifts over 4 weeks in the nursing home. And I mean, it sucked. Like, get there at like 6:30 in the morning. So, I was up at like 5, and this was before I had a car, so I was like up at 5, left the house at 5:30, got there at 6:30, like, had to get like 8 geriatrics that like can't do anything on their own, like, out of their beds, change their diaper, like, clean them up, get them to the cafeteria, feed them, and you were like, everything was done on a time constraint. So like, you're shoveling food like in their mouths, like you're feeding this one person, feeding this next person, just going down the line, like shoving food in their mouth, hoping that they don't choke, and and then you get them to like the I don't even know what it's called, but it's like they had like a little church. You take them to mass or whatever, and then take them to lunch, and it was just really frustrating because you were always, I don't know, like, yeah, it was just I don't know, the only, like, I wouldn't mind changing my parents' diapers or like my own kids' diapers, but
yeah.
like, I don't know, it takes a special person to do that for a stranger. And the worst part was I wasn't getting paid to do it. I had to pay, like, the whole course was like $1,300, and so I paid all this money to do that.
You were paying while you changed diapers.
Yeah, and like force feed these people. And there was a couple times when these people were like eating and they like it seemed like they were choking, you know, and like, you know, this one lady was quadriplegic, neck down, you know, and I'm like feeding her, and she's just like, I'm like, you want some juice? I'm like, well, she's not choking, but she's not like, I was like, oh gosh, and I just like waited a little bit, and I'm like, all right, smaller bites now, but it's just really scary, and they're so, and so many of them they have a DNR order, so like if they stop breathing, you don't resuscitate them, you know, and so it's already like, they're so close to being on the edge that it's like, well, I don't know. But then I got the job at the other hospital and got comfortable there and started pissing around and lost focus of my ultimate goal. You know, I was like, oh, I just want to smoke and fuck around, and yeah, that's only fun for so long. So, but yeah. So yeah, I got some time before I'm ultimately effed for not having a job, but whatever.
But for now.
Yeah, for a few months. But I mean, it's already been, the end of this month will be 2 months, you know, and I've applied to like over 100 positions. I've had 3 interviews and nothing. So
that's why you get a podcast, man.
War. Yeah, when you start making money off this, let me know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you get a cut, man.
And
then you can come back and
I'll help you do this as much as you need, full time. Whatever you need me to do, I will do, as long as we can start getting some income off of it.
Okay. Well, then cool. Then I'll put you in charge of sales, man.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get a sponsor to some degree.
Yeah, man. I have a sponsor, man. Good guy, man. He got me to stop drinking.
Well, no.
Just kidding.
Yeah, different kind of sponsor, but.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoy doing it just because someone's. I don't know. I don't know, because I listen to some of these and there's no one I really want as a sponsor.
Well, like, you know, there's a lot of good podcasts out there. You know, there's like the Adam Carolla show, and now there's like the Stone Cold podcast and the Jim Ross, the Rush Report. Like, but those guys are already like making money off of it because they're already established.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, and the Undertaker is gonna be on Stone Cold's next podcast.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he like never does media appearances, and this is after his WrestleMania loss.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to listen to.
Yeah, him talking, man, like for more than 30 seconds hasn't really happened.
His podcasts are like an hour long.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear what he has to say. It'll be interesting for sure.
I listen. I haven't got to listen to as many podcasts the last like couple of weeks. I'm riding my bike, so it's like I don't know as much. Usually I'm on the bus, and that's usually when I listen to podcasts. But I'm riding my bike, so. I like Kettlebell. It's going over that. Going on the waterfront is fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do some fucking mad weaving through that shit, man.
If you're cruising, yeah.
Yeah, if I leave late and I gotta fucking make up some time and I'm going through that waterfront, I get going. I just try to make them through everyone, and if I can, I can. If I can't, fuck them. I'll just hit them.
Where do you go to do the security for Graham?
All over.
Just, okay.
Yeah, but usually, I mean, because there's a trail that starts like across the street, and it just goes along the water pretty much the whole way, and then down by like the South Waterfront area where the bottom of the OHSU and the tram is, and then goes down along the waterfront, and then it's like most time I'm up in like Northwest Portland and shit, or over in like Northeast. So usually I'll end up like riding over the down the waterfront, and then either like going over the steel bridge or like going up further and going to Northwest or something up in there like an industrial area. It's usually somewhere up in there, and that's just right up through there. It's right along the waterfront most of the way, and yeah, if it's a nice day, man, people are out on that waterfront, and every day I come back, man, like whenever I come back, there's always people fucking blazing up on the waterfront. It's like, and it's the same spot every time, and I know it's cool. It's but most people are just sitting there. No one walks around. Everyone. That's something you gotta learn when you get older. You be smoking pot. You need to be moving around. Don't stay in one spot when you're smoking pot.
Right.
That's something I've learned.
Well, and it's like if you're puff and tough in a car, like if you're hotboxing a car downtown, you smoke up. You get everything. All the evidence taken care of, and then you just have everyone open all the doors at once. Yeah. And it'll just billow out, and it'll only be like 30 seconds, and you just obviously like you just anticipate no cops, and even if a cop sees that or smells that, you're not doing meth. You're not doing heroin, you're not like publicly intoxicated or whatever, but like just everyone gets out at once and it billows out, you shut the doors, and then it's like gone. You have to be like smart about it. A lot of cops or whatever don't care. People that are really cause a stink could be like the public security on bicycles, like the yellow and black shirts.
Oh yeah.
Because they have like nothing better to do. But
you
just keep moving, and if anything, destroy the evidence, because you can smell like it, like you just smoked, but you don't have any paraphernalia on you, so
yeah, because like when I ride home, I have like for work I have to wear like a yellow security vest, and so like I ride home, I wear that shit, man, like. And so, like, riding on my bike, man, I got a security vest on. It's not like just like the ones that the bike patrol have, but it looks a lot like it. So, people are usually... No one fucks with me, I guess, which is nice. That was kind of a nice thing on the bus, too. If I wore that shit on the bus, dude, I'd be able to fucking put my legs out. I wouldn't have to be all like... Because on the bus, it sucked having long legs, man, like... I heard someone do this, I forgot who it was, about being on TriMet and sitting up in the front part and people yelling at them, but then about them, not being, a woman or fucking handicapped or whatever, but sitting in the front seat because they had long legs, and I was like, yeah, man, I fucking have long legs, because like, dude, when I'm up in the seats, man, like, that shit sucks, because, like, my knees are fucking scrunched against the metal in front of me, man, no matter how I sit, man. Like, if I can sit sort of with my legs, like, moved over to the side, I might fit if no one's around, but if I'm stuck in there, dude, like, I can't fit in that shit. Why can't I sit in the front, man? I'm fucking... I'm
handicapped?
I'm handicapped.
You have a disability?
Yeah, I can't fit in these seats properly, man, and it's like... Well, I watch a lot of the people who are up there in the front, seeing what's going on and why they're sitting up front. And there's larger people who sit up front, and because they can't fit in the seats.
Because they're freaking fat-ass, lazy-ass, Mountain Dew drinking, Triscuit-eating fucktards.
Yeah.
And it's horrible, horrible diet. Like, they're always... oh, you're skinny, like, you just have a good metabolism. It's like, no, I drink water and eat plain bagels instead of, like, Pepsi and cheeseburgers.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. Like, don't eat McDonald's for breakfast and
lunch and dinner.
Stouffer's high in sodium shit for dinner. Like, eating a big old meal and then going to sleep. Like, eat something and then go for a walk or do some push-ups or, like, do some crunches during the commercial breaks. Like,
yeah,
you have to be, like, active to some degree because, granted, you know, we're still young and we have quicker metabolisms than most. I mean, when I was in high school, I was 200 pounds when I graduated high school, and that's because all I consumed was, like, Cheez-Its and Mountain Dew, and I played StarCraft and Command & Conquer Red Alert. Like, that was all. Like,
yeah,
that was just my lifestyle, and I played lacrosse, but I wasn't serious about fitness, and I still ate nothing but crap, you know, like, all the time. I'm in the best shape now than I am, and it's just like, you know, and it's not just going through the motions either. It's like doing certain exercises so that you're engaging, like, your core muscles, because your core muscles are, the more you consciously engage your core muscles, the more they will engage on their own when you're just doing, like, other exercises, you know. So, like, if you're gonna give someone a scoop slam, like, if you have really good core muscles, those are going to be engaged automatically, and you're not going to put all your strain on, like, your shoulders and stuff,
yeah.
you know. And
Yeah.
it's all about conscious effort and small steps. And a lot of people like give up. A lot of people don't care, you know. Like, I was actually watching. There was this video I saw on World Star Hip Hop. Shout out.
Yeah.
This guy was eating junk food in the gym. Like, he had a push-up bar with, like, donuts on strings, and he's like, ow. And he had, like, the Toll House chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream in, like, the sleeve.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he was, like, running on the treadmill and, like, eating it. Like, he offered some of his food to, like, he didn't offer it to the women, like, but he offered it to, like, all the men, and all but, like, 2 of the guys had some. Like, he's doing, like, crunches, and each time he goes up, he eats, like, French fries. He offers the guy next to him some French fries, and the guy takes some, you know? He's got the cookie dough, and he, like, takes a bite and offers it to the guy next to him. He takes a bite. Same with, like, the ice cream, and it just shows that, like, we're all, like, programmed just, like, that shit food, like, it'll make us feel good, like, right away. It just makes us feel better, and it just takes, you gotta be, like, strong-willed and conscious effort, and, you know, these disgusting people that are just so overweight, like,
yeah, it's a lot, dude.
Makes me nauseous just talking about them. Yeah. Like, there's this one lady on the bus. I'm glad I don't ride the bus anymore. She was really overweight and rode in the cart and had a little dog.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. And she had a dude that was with her, and he was, like, he wasn't overweight, but he was kind of chunky and, like, mental. But they were both kind of, like, retarded to some degree, but always coughing. I mean, just the epitome of disgusting. Like, they were fat, they smelled bad, they were always eating crap. They were always either doing, like scratch-its or crosswords, not covering their mouth when they coughed, like, kind of, like, talking down to each other, like, not disrespectful, but, like, why would you do that? You know, like, just angry and bitter and, like, taking it out. It's like, if you freaking lost some weight, you'd feel better, you'd beam positive energy, like, you might start brushing your teeth, like, might start, like, washing your cooch a little, maybe.
Yeah, I can smell it from here in the back of it.
Yeah, and it's just, I hate seeing, I mean, I don't know, it just really, just really, really disgusts me to see these people that are really, really overweight. Like, but I mean, I don't know who you give less like slack to. Like the people that are in good shape that are making bad food choices, or the people that are like in horrible shape that are making bad food choices. Because it's like once you get the ball rolling, you know.
Yeah.
And some people just have crazy metabolisms, but you know, I don't know. I digress.
That's how they roll, dude.
Yeah.
Downhill. Let's call it a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to say like the date or anything or?
No. No. Do you want to say anything, man?
Say
anything you want, man.
This is Bryan Isley, a.k.a. Bri the Shy Guy, a.k.a. Boneyard, a.k.a. BJ from Kid Cuisine, a.k.a. Rude a Rapening. Podcast with Rusty.
That's what you needed. That is what you needed. Don't you forget that shit, bro. Let's get the fuck out. Bye.
See ya.